Hi, welcome. It's currently Monday, October 13th. It's 11:05. Just a few things that were coming through before I turned on the camera to record. Whales, orcas could be significant. Libra, Pisces, Aquarius energy was coming through. These could be time frames. These could be prominent in your chart somewhere. If none of that resonates with you, that does not mean this is not your reading. If you're here, if you're listening, this is your reading. So I want to start off by saying time is not running out, okay? Trust the timing of your life and trust that at any moment of your life, you can begin to change something. Whether it's something as small as what time you wake up or your career path, right? It doesn't matter. But it's also coming through as like it's time is not running out for you to share your words, share your song, share information that you may have. It's never too late to dive deeper into something. Maybe you, just as an example, maybe you know a little bit about painting. I use that a lot as an example on my channel. So maybe one of you guys are like a painter or trying to become a painter or something like that, whatever. But anyway, it's like maybe you really like painting and you know the basics. It's never too late to dive deeper into learning more about that. Something about language too. It's like maybe you kind of know a language. It's never too late to study more and learn more about that language. But it's just this energy of just trust the wave you came on, and know that you came in on that wave because that's your wave. And if it ebbs, the way it ebbs and flows is just how it is. But don't think things are being taken away from you or you're being put in situations too soon. Everything is in divine timing and in the right alignment with you, right? The waves don't wait for certain things to happen. They just ebb and flow as they do. Okay, so let's get some more information here. I'm going to be using this tarot deck. Tarot of Mystical Moments, if you're curious about it. Oh, that's so interesting. The Two of Cups is at the bottom of the deck, and that's what this is. The number 4 could be significant. But yeah, again, it's like trust in that divine alignment. And we have 2 here as well, 2 of Pentacles. And I just looked up at the timer and it was 2:44. That's 2:22:22. So, 2s could really be significant. Pisces energy is coming through again. And also there's something here about like, yes, balance. But it's like you doing something because you enjoy doing it, you love doing it, you doing something out of the goodness of your heart and not necessarily looking for anything in return, but because of you navigating in that energy, because of you creating in that energy, just creating from the heart, creating because you want to do it. It's like you are getting some kind of, the sun's coming out. You are getting some kind of a reward or some kind of financial gain from it. I kind of want to, hold on real quick. I want to open this up a little bit more because I'm loving this sun situation. That's not helping. Okay. We'll just keep it like that. Hopefully it's not going to be a problem. I know it can be a little bright on these cards, but it's okay. Yeah, I love how the sun's coming through like this. It's almost like a doorway here. Some kind of portal, a doorway. Oh, yeah, like, and be open to collaboration also. Be sensitive about the energies that are coming through for you at this time because there is something here about, yeah, back to what I was saying, like balancing what you're doing, yeah, out of the goodness of your heart because you want to do it, but also, at the end of the day, we are having a human experience, and one of those things that come with having a human experience is being able to survive in a world where you need money, right? You need money. So just make sure you're not just doing the most and just doing a bunch of free shit and just being paid in exposure, right? Exposure don't pay the bills, at least right now. That's what I'm saying. There needs to be like this balance here. Like make sure you are getting what you are worth, but also understand the process. I don't know how else to put that. But yeah, definitely be open to collaborations. I feel like maybe there could be some of you here that are kind of closed off to collaborating with others because maybe there was some unfair situations in the past, or maybe you just don't feel comfortable. 1111 could be significant because I'm talking about Aquarius energy right now. And that's the 11th house. And I just looked up at the time and it's 11:11 right now. 544 could also be significant. The number 47 is also coming through as well, which is 11. It's crazy. Let's see. 5 of Wands. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Like, there could be some kind of competition, maybe some kind of petty arguments going on. But I feel like what this is asking you to do is be strategic in who and what you allow in your energy. Be strategic in who and what you allow in your creative endeavors. But I do feel like there may be a lot of competition in some kind of field you're in, or maybe you just feel like there's competition with maybe getting some kind of partner. I don't know. And it kind of closed you off here with this Hermit. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles made you feel like you're left out in the cold. Kind of took you away from your power. 9 of Swords on the split. This 9 of Swords is very interesting. It has all these eyes all over it. And I do feel like that's also part of this message of like maybe you're afraid of certain collaborations, or you're afraid of, singing your song and standing in your light because you're afraid of attention. You're afraid of being perceived, which is understandable. I understand that. And so there is this like Hermit energy here. But I feel like it's hindering you more than it's helping you at this point. Find balance in being in your comfort zone, being in your Hermit energy, right? And also being in the light, right? So, yeah, okay. I think this is 2. Yeah, these are 2. 6 of Cups and Justice. Definitely something from the past made you very uncomfortable. Page of Cups. This is about surprise. I haven't read the Page of Cups like that in a while. Surprise. Page of Cups does talk about surprise, but I haven't read it like that in a bit. So maybe this is very surprising energy coming in for you. 3 of Wands. Maybe you're going to surprise yourself at just how well you're able to expand outside of your comfort zone. But there's definitely something here about there was some kind of injustice. Let me close this 1 second. Just because there's this, it's like a crazy glare on the card. Anyway, I want you to be able to see it. But there was something happened in the past where someone wasn't telling the truth. Maybe you weren't telling the truth. Maybe you were acting in ways that were not in alignment with who you are. Maybe you were acting like, oh my God, no way, this just happened again. Look at, I'm using the Somnia Tarot, right, for just pulling extra cards and clarifiers. And this is the picture here. And look what's at the bottom. The Death card, transformation. They're very freaking similar. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. Let's see what this is about. These are going to be clarifiers. Okay. 5 of Wands. About what? This can also do with something about like a relationship, but I feel like this is something that you're creating, or you're like producing something. Yeah, I don't know. 5 of Wands here. 6 of Cups, Justice. Something is in your favor here. 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups. 33 could be significant. Queen of Wands, Death card at the top again, or now at the top. So yeah, it was like at the bottom at first, and now the Death card is at the top. Something has moved to the foreground here. This transformation was kind of deep within. Oh, remember when I was saying like, don't forget. Oh, don't be afraid, but also I guess don't forget to dive deeper into something. So maybe there was some kind of transformation within you, or how you were doing something, again, having a new strategy, coming up with a new way of doing something here with this Five of Wands, that you needed to dive a little deeper and bring it to the front, right? Transformation. Three of Swords, Three of Cups. Yeah, this definitely is something about like, you just in the past, there was some pain involving some kind of community or friendship circle, and it's like, I think that's what's making this difficult. You know what this is giving me? It's like if you were in some kind of industry in the past, and a perfect example of that is like, say when you were younger, you were like in the entertainment industry or something like that, and you just seen how diabolical it is, and it just really made you not want to be in that. And you're like, oh, I never want to be in the entertainment industry again. It's too much. It's just diabolical. And that kind of, it's something about coming back around to that. Like, don't let that take you out of your element. Don't let that make you hide away just because this industry is trash. Like, it's a new day and age, right? You don't necessarily need a record company to put out your album, right? You just put that out on the internet and gain a following like that. You know what I mean? It's just something like that. It's just an example. Eight of Cups here. Yeah, it's just moving away and walking away. The Hierophant, yeah, you've learned some kind of information. You gained wisdom for sure. And you came into this understanding that maybe in the past, things they weren't the best for you, especially on an emotional, spiritual level, even a creative level with these cups here. So you kind of walked away from it for a while, but then you learned, you've grown. And also this is about marriage, but it doesn't need to be like relationship marriage. I feel like this could be just the marriage of two ideas, or two different timelines, like the merging of those two coming together to create this new timeline for yourself. Six of Cups, 10 of Cups. Yeah, something from the past coming back around and being much more fulfilling and much more in alignment with you than it was before. Justice, 4 of Cups. And this looks like this person is being punished, right? And forced to carry these buckets blindfolded, not knowing its path, gonna trip over this whole thing here. So there is something here about like, don't you worry about trying to get justice. Like God, the universe, whoever you resonate with, got you, right? I need to pull another card for this 4 of Cups. It may be that it's also you feeling like, oh, that's not fair. Like, these people did me like dirty like this, and I don't see any justice happening for the Hermit again. Yeah, you could be feeling like something is unfair. Look, 10 of Coins, 9 of Cups at the top. And it's interesting because the 8 of Cups was at the bottom before I started shuffling. And again, it's back to that thing of diving deep to bring something forward. And when you dive deep to bring it forward, it transforms into something more fulfilling. 8 of Cups, the 9 of Cups. That Death card energy to the transformation. Death card energy at the top. I hope that makes sense. Here, how do I want to put this? Give me a second. I'm going to pull from this Earth and Bone here. This is very interesting energy. I'm not really understanding it. It feels... It's just dense. It's really dense energy. That's how I know it's like this energy ain't in alignment with you. It's really dense energy. It's really hard to navigate here. Hold on, I'm probably gonna have to edit this part out. Give me a second. I need to just sit in silence for a little bit. There's something here about just feeling like things are just not fair. And I almost feel this energy of like tired of cleaning up other people's messes. I want to put this nicely. But it's kind of coming through like just because you don't have the capacity to, or the drive, or the willingness, or the integrity to want to learn more about what you're doing, your incompetence should not be, that's not part of my job description. I shouldn't be cleaning up after your messes. It just feels like that. It feels like you're tired of cleaning up other people's messes, tired of putting out fires. But I feel like, especially with the 6 of Cups, 10 of Cups, it's like you no longer... Yeah, wow, thank you. Wow. Look at this, 15, that's the devil card energy. Being confined to something, right? And I'm taking this out as clarifiers. It says initiation, adventure, freedom. You're being free from that. You're migrating away from that because that's no longer in alignment with you. And if you look here, bottom of the deck, contemplation, search for truth, inner guidance, this is that hermit energy right here. Peacefulness, receptiveness, manifestation. The moment you can be like, this ain't my problem, I can't be out here saving everyone, or yes, this industry is this, that, and the third, but I'm not going to allow that to hinder my dreams, my goals, my wishes, my desires. So I'll leave you with this question. How are you being called to share your soul's unique song? I hope that was helpful. I love you so much. Take care.